Confusion. Demonstrators to overthrew London after Boris introduced new COVID restriction rules. Thousands of demonstrators against mandatory vaccinations gathered from 12 p.m. at Parliament Square in Westminster. Organised by Take a Stand London, Save Our Rights and the Great Reopening, protesters were filmed shouting abuse at police officers. The groups are opposed to digital ID cards. Together Declaration said, being ordered to produce medical certification at pubs, clubs, theatres, on public transport, at schools, universities, or anywhere else, is unwarranted and risks deepening the inequalities already present within our society. Together argues mandating NHS staff to be double jabbed is completely immoral. The group said, implementing vaccine mandates for NHS frontline staff will significantly impact patient care. The NHS is already understaffed and many of those frontline staff worked tirelessly through the last 20 months under intense pressure. To treat them in this way is completely immoral. Our next campaign aims to support NHS staff in opposing mandatory COVID vaccines with legal and practical advice and also to support employees in other industries as vaccine mandates may be imposed on other sectors. In Europe and the US, vaccine mandates have been implemented for public and private sector organizations resulting in huge job losses, and we must not let that happen in the UK. Once this dangerous precedent has been set, it can be expanded at will. It comes as London Mayor Sadiq Khan declared a major incident on Saturday to help the capital's hospitals cope with a surge in COVID-19 cases caused by the fast-spreading Omicron coronavirus variant. Mr. Khan took the step, which allows for closer coordination between different public agencies, after the UK reported on Friday the largest 24-hour increase in the number of new cases since the pandemic began. Hospital admissions and health worker absences are rising, Khan said, so I've taken the decision, in consultation with our partners, to declare a major incident today. This is a statement of how serious things are. Mr. Khan said, the surge in cases of the Omicron variant across our capital is hugely concerning, so we are once again declaring a major incident because of the threat of COVID-19 to our city. The Omicron variant has quickly become dominant with cases increasing rapidly and the number of patients in our hospitals with COVID-19 on the rise again. We are already feeling the impact across the capital, and while we are still learning about this variant, it's right that London's key agencies work closely together to minimize the impact on our city, including helping to protect the vital vaccination program. We know that the vaccine offers our best defense against the virus. There are now more clinics in London delivering vaccines than at any point during the pandemic. I urge all Londoners to book their appointment or to go to one of the many walk-in centres across the capital as soon as you can. The mayor previously declared a major incident on January 8 due to the rapid spread of COVID-19 and its impact on the NHS, but was able to stand it down on February 26 as case numbers fell. Mr. Khan also declared a major incident in January when rising COVID-19 cases threatened to overwhelm hospitals. The Omicron variant is estimated to account for more than 80% of new COVID-19 cases in London. Prime Minister Boris Johnson was due to chair an emergency committee meeting over the weekend with the devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, which have their own powers over public health. Boris Johnson could introduce a 2-week lockdown after Christmas. Reports suggest that the Prime Minister is considering the circuit break lockdown, which would also curtail social mixing and could mean the partial closure of indoor hospitality. This comes as independent age have called for similar measures in the lead-up to Christmas. The advisory group, which provides independent advice to government about coronavirus, have said that it is necessary to curtail social mixing between now and Christmas, to curb virus spread. The group of scientists have suggested a closure of all indoor hospitality and for indoor mixing of households to be barred. The government said a further 125 people had died within 28 days of testing positive for COVID-19. Separate figures published by the Office for National Statistics show there have now been 172,000 deaths registered in the UK where COVID-19 was mentioned on the death certificate. It means there will be closer coordination between key public services in responding to the situation.